I upgraded the radio in my Mark IV Golf with a touchscreen unit, and in less than a year, it died. It was from the junkyard after all. But that same week, ATOTO contacted me and asked if I wanted to install one of their radios. I checked them out and they all had Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, but some also came with a scan tool for diagnostics. So I said yes, please. What follows is how the installation went and what I think of it. Let's see what's all in the box. And this is everything included in the box. The only things I do not install in this video are the free SIM card for the 4G data, the little bezel that comes with it, and the screen protector. But everything else gets installed. All I need to do to get basic functionality is to make this connect to this. This side goes to the car, this side is going to go to the radio. I'm going to remove the insulation from the end of these, put some of these on it, and then I think I'm going to worry about mounting it, and then I'm going to think about all the advanced features. Boy, these are in there good. These aren't my favorite style connectors, but these are what I had at the time, and you don't revisit them that often. Or I didn't plan to anyway. So I'm going to see what colors match up here and what's left and see if I want those features. My car being a 99, it's just basic functions here. I still don't know what these pink ones are, but these are just basically speakers and power. So they all have mates here. I'm gonna get to work. For this main harness, the only change I made was that I was connecting the dimmer this time, the orange wire. Other than that, the setup is exactly the same. So I've put the male end on this side. Now it's got to match up all the colors. Now, if I knew I was never going to replace this radio or upgrade or change anything, straight solder. I did that in a different video. There we go. Take a break and then I'll be out of the car next. So here is the junkyard radio that died. And at the time, this was an upgrade. This is the entirety of the new one. And look how big the difference is. So I'm gonna use the mounting stuff that came with this one to see how to get it in. The brackets that come with it attach to the side of the head unit with these big slots here. And they're supposed to mount somehow behind this. But there is not really a spot for that on this car. So I don't know when you're watching this to do this for your car. I imagine, as popular as Mark IV Golfs and Jettas are, that there is a bracket that'll work. But what I'm going to try to do is make this work for it. So I'm going to take this off and see how I'm going to be able to fit it to the new one. It's a little bit cracked there. And I think since my junkyard radio came out of a Mark IV, I think I didn't even take this off. So I'm finally cracking the plastic. So I'm gonna line those up like that, and there are 3 screw holes that I'm going to use to secure it. Other side. Last screw on the other side. Then we'll see how it fits into the slot. I do miss the days of, hey, you got a single DIN or double DIN. Any of these radios work. So this is not gonna work for this one. It is too big. So let's try something else. I found out something interesting. This is the new head unit. I took the brackets off and it fits perfectly. I don't know where this kit came from. I imagine Metra or one of those companies. I checked and the install kit is from Metra. I'll put a link below. But it doesn't, well, I was gonna say it's not secured, but that might actually be good enough. No, it does not secure it well enough. I'll show you what'll happen if you press too hard. Because if you press too hard, you'll pop it out. So I have to secure it some way, but I'm gonna see if I can make this work. So to secure it, I'm gonna try to use the bracket that came with it and slide it onto here. The only thing keeping it from fitting is this. So I can either bend it flat, cut it off, grind it off, or try and fold it in. I'm gonna try to fold it in because I think there's enough space in here for it to slide in. Let's see if I can do it with my little creps. Maybe. Ugh, this is some tough metal. It's working, but we'll see if I can get it flat enough. I may end up hammering it. You'll see why in a second. Now, would I recommend you do this? Nope, but this will save me from going to the store. Nobody will see it, except you guys. So that's bent in. I don't know if it's bent in enough, but we'll see. Almost enough. It just barely doesn't fit. All right, let's see if I can make it a little bit flatter. I do have a press. That can make it really flat. Let's see if that works. Drum roll, please. Ha! That fits. So now I can attach the screws to hold this in and hopefully put this in the dash because the mount holes line up now. So I'm gonna do the same thing with the other side. As I was bending in this one, I thought of another method that could work. Since it's bent, you could score the line enough and then bend the metal back and forth till it fatigues and breaks off. That would make a pretty crisp little line. You might have to sand it afterwards, but that could work too. Hope this works. If not, the backup will be going to the store. It's always nice to figure out something for free. Oh, it's looking like it. I think it works. Maybe there's a little bit of bowing, but for a 27-year-old Volkswagen, I think this will work. So I'm just gonna put these in loosely to make sure they line up on both sides. I'll see if it fits now. Still, the bolts hit the outside. Almost there, but not quite. Okay, the kit also came with these screws. Before I abandon this method, I want to see if they will get by. Wow, just barely. Oh no, the bottom part that I didn't bend is now causing the issue. This part right here. This is the side I just did, and I didn't even bend in. I started immediately with the hammer, and it got flatter. So that side went a lot faster. You live and you learn. So basically, this bracket acts like the body of the old style double din head units. But now everything fits in a tablet. Nothing makes you realize you need to detail a car like dropping a little screw. Come on, big money, big money. It is just barely gonna fit. There we go. Let's see. Oh, look that. That looks at home. All right, now let's play getting it out. Ah, that's gonna help. All right, so I'm convinced that's a good fit. So now let's plug up some electrical connections and start testing it. If I didn't want all the advanced features, I'd just plug this up and I'd be good to go. But I'm gonna do more this time. So that's the main harness. Plugging up the Bluetooth antenna, it's the main thing on this. The Wi-Fi antenna, parking brake signal, and rear camera input. I don't have that, but I'm plugging this up. Now I don't have video input, subwoofers, and all the additional audio equipment that requires this, but this is for the 4G SIM card. So I'm gonna see if I can route that to the glove box. Or maybe I can snake it down here. I don't know what was supposed to go here. Yeah, so I may snake out a few other things right there. And that can go here. This is more audio. I'm gonna plug it up. I don't think I'm gonna use it, but if I ever decide to upgrade, I'll be ready. GPS antenna. I need to route it first. There's an opening in the trim that I can fish this in through without taking anything off, which is always nice. I put the cable in here and I pulled it out right here. There we go. Actually, there's a plate that I'm gonna route it above and then out that hole I just had it through. No, I have a better idea. So now I'm gonna take this panel off because I think it's gonna make things a bit easier. It's only 2 little screws, but first, gotta take this out. It should just pop out because there are no visible screws. Now this comes out. There we go. So now I want to see how I can tuck it. I'm gonna mount the GPS right there. So I'm just gonna adjust the length of what I have pulled through such that it tucks nicely around. All right. And yes, this headliner, before I bought the car, somebody pulled off the cover for it. So it's just the foam now. That's GPS, what's next? 4G antenna. So that I don't crowd the center of the upper windshield, put it upside down for where I wanted to route it. So hopefully I can re-stick it. Oh, that adhesive is really good. Oh well. No taking that off. Dadgummit. Oh wait. I'll just do this. Should have done that with everything else. But that lets me tuck it nicely. Thinking of putting the mic right there. Not crazy about it. Yeah, I think it'll just go here. And really only the driver will notice it. I can always move it later. So that's all the long stuff ran. Lots of extra cabling. The good thing about the radio being so shallow is that there's plenty of room to tuck all this extra wire up behind it. So let's put this back. Since that adhesive is so strong, I'm not gonna move it, but if I had to do it all over again, I'd set everything right over here in this corner. That makes routing easier. This is gonna hide all the foolishness that I've been participating in today. I'm gonna plug up all the stuff I just ran. 4G antenna. Oh, I forgot. I believe these to be the Android Auto and CarPlay USB connections. I'm going to route them the same place that I routed the 4G SIM card holder. And this one says USB recording storage. Don't know what that means, but I'm hooking it up. At some point I might want to use it. This one gets plugged up now. There's one more plug, but I don't have any more things to plug up because the OBD2 port think it connects via Bluetooth. So now I'm gonna plug up the OEM harness to the radio, tuck all the wires behind it, then we're gonna power it on for the first time.
Hello, Moto.
All right, here goes nothing. Well, it has power. So far, so good. Let's connect to Wi-Fi. Yeah, I'm gonna turn off those beeps. Okay, I'm connected to Wi-Fi. Let's set the time. Okay, the time automatically updated correctly. Cool. Now let's get to the Android Auto. Looking for Z-Links. That's usually where this is. Let's go. It looks like it's connected. It's happy.
What's up?
It's very happy. This is sweet. So now I'm gonna try and connect to that OBD scan tool. I'm excited about all the features, especially in a car this old, but I'm most excited about the OBD2 stuff because that's a game changer. Check engine light comes on, no hooking up a tool, you just check your radio. Maybe that's not it, maybe it's this one. I didn't see that one before. I feel like I'm late to the game because it makes perfect sense that an Android head unit would connect to a Bluetooth scan tool. That's what my phone does. So it was smart for ATOTO to include one with the head unit and preload the diagnostic app. I'm just a bit behind the times. After fumbling around a bit, I paired the scan tool with the head unit. Defaulting to, hey, it says it's connected. Then I had to select the scan tool in the Torque app. Let's go, I think we're getting there. Settings. Choose. I don't know why 2 scan tools appeared. Oh, now I got both of them. I don't know which one to use. Let's pick the top one. All right, so now, let's see, read fault code. Now it's saying not connected. Oh, here we go. Powertrain. Fuel trim too lean. That could be related to some things I did recently to it. It's working. Took a second to connect, but that's okay. All right, system too lean. I know there's some things I can do. So that's connected. I'm just gonna go ahead and push it in the rest of the way and call it good. I wonder if this will like display data. That would be cool. Real-time information. Oh no. Oh shoot, let me try this. So there's your RPM, coolant temperature, that's about right. Now visualizing the live data is cool, but there is a bit of a delay. This will though be my first choice when reading codes and or troubleshooting because I don't have to hook up anything. It's already in my car. So I'm definitely going to put it through its paces. And if you'd like to check them out for yourself, there are links below with discount codes and the Metro Doubled In install kit. If you'd like to follow along as I continue to maintain and upgrade my MK4 Golf, hit subscribe. And if you'd like to see the things I've already done to it, check out the playlist. Thanks for watching. Take care.